Hey everyone, this is Dean with DCA Crypto. We've got Solana and ICP here. Which one I think is going to be the winner in this bull run and what's going on in the market. So I'd appreciate if you subscribe to my channel, smash that like button. Now let's jump into it. Alright, today we're going to be covering some different things. I want to cover Solana and ICP and let you guys know which one I think could potentially have the most gains from here in this bull run. Why I think we are about to head into a massive bull run, one like we've never seen before. So let's jump into it. So Bitcoin, as you guys know, we've been floating around this $64,000-$65,000 mark the last few days, and I'm going to show you what could potentially happen here. I think eventually we're going to scream off into a bull run, but it could be a little bit of a bumpy ride before that happens. So just kind of keep that in mind. Just because we've come up here again, as you can see, we got rejected off this 66,000 something level here, and we're starting to come down a little bit. Now, we could potentially come all the way down to here before we take off into this bull run, and I'll show you why I think that in a minute here. But just kind of keep that in mind. Until we're up above this 72,000 level and making this area where these wicks were our support level, we're not into the big bull run yet. So, you have to kind of keep that in mind, and it may take us a little while to get there. It really is going to depend on what happens in the markets with the interest rates, with the presidential race in the United States, stuff like that. All these things, the ETH ETFs, all this stuff is going to impact the markets here and how the markets are going to react to what's going on and the macro trends. We do have the liquidity cycle, but we're just starting, where there's more liquidity that's about to continue to flow into the market. That cycle is not going to top out until the end of 2025 into early 2026. So, typically these bull runs follow that cycle, so that would indicate that we're not going to top out until the end of 2025. But, things can vary based off of events in the market, so kind of keep that in mind. But we'll take a look at the chart here and see what's going on with the psychology of a market cycle here. So if we go to this chart here, this could potentially be what we've done. We've come up into this new all-time high, and basically we're come back down into this spring event here. Now the question is, are we down to this point, or are we going to come all the way down to here into the 40-some thousands before we spring and take off into this bull run? Now, this is just me thinking. I don't know for sure if we're even here. I'm just guessing based off from this chart what it could look like in the cycle here. I don't think this was our all-time high for the bull run, because there's too many indicators saying that we haven't started the bull run yet. But I could be wrong. Just gotta keep that in mind. Nothing I say on my channel is financial advice. This is just me thinking and kind of giving you guys my thought process and where we're at, what could be happening in the cycle here. But if you look at this chart here, this would be the closest indicator to me as to where we're at. And then after we get this big scare, we take off into this massive bull run here. Maybe we're just starting to do that, and we're right in this area here, and then we're going to start making new all-time highs. We don't know exactly what's going to happen. The recent events in the United States kind of tripped us to go bullish temporarily, so we'll have to see what happens from here. Right now it's looking like Trump could win the election. I'm going to show you some things in this video why that could be absolutely massively bullish for crypto. But we'll have to see what's going to happen. There's strong rumors right now that Biden's going to step down, and that the Democrats are going to vote on who's going to run in place of him. So that's kind of all up in the air, and that could impact the markets as well. So we have to keep that in mind. There's still some uncertainty out there, and until things are certain, we're not going to see a true direction in this market, in my opinion. So to the main point of this video here, Solana versus ICP. Now, I wanted to cover that in the video just to let you guys know that we're not sure in the cycle where we're at, but if it goes off from historical events, we haven't really started the bull run yet. We've just started the beginning phases of the bull run. Now, Solana is already here at 74 billion market cap, so you got to keep that in mind. It's pumped up all the way from $14 here all the way up to $200. So that's a massive price increase. The Solana ecosystem has been booming. There's been lots of users on the Solana network, lots of NFT projects minting on the Solana network, tons and tons of meme coins minting on the Solana network. So the Solana network has been absolutely booming, regardless of its past histories with its failures of the network. So that has caused the price of Solana to absolutely boom. Now, me personally, yeah, I think there's definitely some room for Solana to grow in this bull run. I definitely think there is. I think it's probably going to get into the hundreds of billions of market cap if we get a bull run, and I think it's possible that it gets up to $400 to $800 in this bull run potentially. Some people think $1,000 is possible. I think that's a bit of a stretch, but it's not impossible. So I think that'll depend on when the Solana ETFs get approved, possibly. But I don't think those price targets of $1,000 or more are going to happen this bull run. But I could be wrong on that. I don't have a crystal ball. So basically, off from the last bull run here, it got up to $260, somewhere in that range. So there's going to be a lot of selling pressure up above this $200 amount here. So kind of keep that in mind. It's going to be a big resistance area. If we can push up above that, then the next target's probably going to be $250. So after we get above that, it's going to be price discovery mode, and it's really going to depend on what happens in the market. So we have to kind of keep that in mind. So if we go into ICP here now, this is only at 4.5 billion market cap, so it's fairly low market cap. It was all the way down here to the $6 and some cent range. That would have been a great price point to add some ICP to your portfolio if you're looking to. Now at its current price, I still think it's a pretty good buy. My price targets on ICP are probably between $50 to $100 conservatively. I think it's going to conservatively do that in this bull run. I think it could potentially get over $100, but I don't want to be overly bullish on this. $100 ICP is going to put that somewhere around 10x from here, which is going to be 45 billion market cap. I definitely think that's possible for ICP. That's going to put it close to Solana's current market cap, or just over Solana's current market cap. So I could see it potentially topping out somewhere around there this bull run. But they do have a lot of artificial intelligence aspect of ICP now, and they're doing true artificial intelligence actually on the blockchain, which other projects aren't really doing. So that could potentially be a catalyst for ICP to absolutely flip and go crazy in this bull run. So you guys have to remember that artificial intelligence is just getting started, and the potential for artificial intelligence is absolutely massive. Look what it's done for NVIDIA. Its market cap has gotten just absolutely crazy with NVIDIA because of artificial intelligence. And if ICP does anything like that in the crypto world and becomes a main front runner for artificial intelligence, the sky's the limit for ICP. So we've got to keep that factor in mind. The potential for it to do absolutely crazy numbers is definitely there, and I'm not going to count on that, but I'm definitely not going to sell all my ICP before $100 potentially. I would like to save some of it in case we go much higher than that, just in case you don't want to miss out on a potential parabolic run with it. But I'm definitely going to be cashing out most of it by then, because there's absolutely no guarantee that it could do that. Now, I bought my ICP around $4. I think that's around my average price for it. So, $40 for me is a 10x on it, which is absolutely fantastic. Once I reach that price point, I am going to start cashing out my ICP just to get some, profits taken off the table, and get my initial investment out, and then I'll kind of play it by ear from there out to see where we're at in the cycle. Yeah, but I'm going to be aggressively taking out profits on any of my coins over a 10x for sure. So, you guys do what you want to do. That's just what I'm personally going to do, because, I got stuck in the last bull run and didn't take my profits out on time, and then the market crashed quick and hard, and, all those profits were just profits on paper and never, got taken out of the market, and I could have had a lot more money. So, I'm going to be playing it rather safe and taking my profits out on the way up this time around. So far, that's paid off really well for me in this cycle. So the reason I'm thinking, this bull run is going to be absolutely massive, and these potential projects could be some of the front runners in this bull run. depending on what happens with ICP. Solana is definitely a front runner in this bull run, and with its ETF coming out hopefully in the next year or two, that could potentially push its price point absolutely crazy. But this article here from Forbes, it says Trump and the Fed could be about to trigger a $4 trillion Bitcoin price boom. So keep that in mind. If the market cap for Bitcoin gets above $4 trillion, I think you're going to be close to a $200,000 Bitcoin price or something like that. If we look at this article here, it says the Bitcoin price is trading at around 62,000 per Bitcoin, up almost 50% since the beginning of the year, as the market braces for a shock of sovereign wealth fund bombshell. Now, they're talking about the Donald Trump and the Federal Reserve could help Bitcoin's price skyrocket to 200,000 per Bitcoin by 2025, according to one analyst, giving the cryptocurrency market cap of around $4 trillion for Bitcoin. So it's almost a 4x from here. So the reason they're saying that is Trump has been very bullish on Bitcoin recently, and he's talked very highly of it, and he said that it needs to be protected, and we need to compete in the United States with Bitcoin against China and other countries as well, because we don't want to give them the edge. And I'm going to show you another article here on that. This article here on investing.com says Trump's potentially declaring Bitcoin a strategic reserve asset. So he's talking about possibly announcing a plan to do this and make Bitcoin a potential reserve asset for the United States. Now, whether he's just saying this to get votes or not is difficult to say at this time, because sometimes he does say stuff just to get the popular vote. So you got to kind of take this with a grain of salt in some aspects, and wait for action before you actually believe any of the stuff that he's saying or any other politician is saying, or anyone really for that matter. Because yes, he has taken a very positive stance on Bitcoin, which is good. He's also launched 3 different NFTs already, and he's planning on possibly launching a 4th NFT. So you guys, at least he's showing a positive take on crypto, and he's being very crypto positive in recent history with it, where in the past he hasn't been so much. And he's kind of waking up to the idea of it now and realizing that, hey, maybe we really need to make this innovation beneficial for cryptocurrency and Bitcoin in the United States, because we are competing with other countries on this. And if we aren't in the lead on this, and Trump likes to win, he likes to win in all areas. So he's not going to want to lose to China or any of the other countries when it comes to cryptocurrency or blockchain technology. So he's going to be very crypto friendly, because he's not going to want to lose the edge on that. And that's something that really does make me think that, hey, he's probably going to have some very positive crypto regulation in place if he can get Congress and that to go along with it. So they're saying here, former President Trump could announce Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset during the crypto conference in Nashville later this month, and that's coming up here soon. Trump is widely expected to speak at the upcoming Bitcoin conference in Nashville. And they're saying here that, basically Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset in the United States would mark a pivotal shift in the nation's financial strategy. This move would leverage Bitcoin's decentralized nature and global acceptance to enhance economic resilience and stability. It would be a watershed moment that would validate Bitcoin's digital gold narrative. So Trump's already had a strong voice for Bitcoin, highlighting its geopolitical importance. He warned that policies against Bitcoin would benefit adversaries like China and Russia. And this statement not only positioned him as a pro-Bitcoin nominee, but also sparked discussions about classifying Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset. So we'll have to see what happens with this. But this initiative could potentially boost Bitcoin's price, because if they do announce anything like that, it's going to be very bullish for crypto. Just a matter of how they would work that out and how they could make that possible. That's the only thing that I would be concerned about, is how they literally would implement something like that. So his advisor Vivek Ramaswamy has also proposed backing the dollar with a basket of commodities, including Bitcoin as one of them. And RFK Jr. has suggested a portion of the U.S. Treasury bills be backed by hard currencies, including Bitcoin, the original cryptocurrency. So we'll have to see what this is, but this is very positive for crypto. And I'm going to show you here another article on here why I think artificial intelligence projects in crypto are about to go absolutely crazy in price this bull run. If we get a bull run, I think AI is going to absolutely go crazy bullish in this bull run here, and that's going to be really good news for ICP if that happens. So this article here in Yahoo Finance, Grayscale Investments launches a new decentralized AI fund. So this was just released today, or as I'm recording this today, last night as I'm recording this, as you're watching this. But Grayscale, the world's largest cryptocurrency asset manager, today announced the creation of a public launch of the Grayscale Decentralized AI Fund. The fund seeks to provide investors with exposure to protocols in the burgeoning artificial intelligence sector within the crypto ecosystem. The fund will rebalance quarterly and currently includes a basket of decentralized artificial intelligence protocols, including BitTensor, Tau, Filecoin, LivePeer, Near Protocol, and Render. And, would not surprise me if ICP gets on this list at some point. I would expect that to happen, but no guarantee of that, of course. But either way, it's going to be bullish for all artificial intelligence projects in general. And, the news of artificial intelligence with ICP is still fairly new. And I think once they actually launch some type of more profound artificial intelligence platform or program on ICP, I think you're really going to see a massive boost in the price of ICP from that. So basically here, they're talking about the artificial intelligence is largely centralized to a handful of notable companies that are core to driving the technology's development and mainstream adoption. Many decentralized AI companies or protocols have emerged in response to continued technological advancements and practical needs that are designed to leverage the full potential of AI technology while addressing some of the limitations and risks that are associated with centralization. Like, they want to control what ChatGPT says and does. They want to have influence on what it does instead of it just speaking the truth or just speaking facts. There's a lot of things out there with some of these AI platforms where they're controlling the narrative with that AI, so it can basically, it won't tell you everything. It'll tell you some things, and it'll tell you kind of what they want it to tell you. It's not going to tell you all the facts. It's just going to tell you part of the facts and not give you the whole picture. So you got to kind of keep that in mind. The good part about some of the decentralized artificial intelligence is it's hopefully going to be set to just give you the facts, and that's it. Not give you any opinion and stuff like that. Lay out the facts and not hide any facts from you, and give you all of the facts. So that's the difference between centralized and decentralized. There's no humans hopefully controlling the decentralized portions of these. Also, guys, if you didn't see my video from a few days ago, if you're interested in this new project Lumia that's launching, they do have these Hypernodes that are still currently, as of this recording, $1,000 per node. And these are going to be absolutely fantastic, and they're going to give out rewards for up to 20 years. So if you want to get into these, you guys can check that out with my video from yesterday. I think I'll leave the link for these in the description below if you're interested in purchasing these at all. So you guys can check that out. I'll leave the link for that in the description below. I just want to get that out there so people don't miss these, because they're still $1,000. There's going to be some, I've been told there's some big influencers that are going to be talking about these, and I can't mention their names, but some, I know House of Crypto already mentioned it on his X, but he hasn't done a video on it yet. I'm expecting him with some other big influencers to likely do videos on these Hypernodes soon, and then they're going to start selling like hotcakes. But over 3,000 of them sold by the time of this recording, and by the time this video comes out, it'll be much higher than that. But the price is going to go up once these hit 10,000 nodes sold. So if you are interested in getting in these are fantastic nodes and fantastic project. In my opinion, you can watch my video and then do your own research and your own due diligence on these before investing. But what Lumia is doing with their platform, you'll be able to trade with exchanges like Binance and KuCoin in your crypto wallet without ever doing KYC on those exchanges, with the swap feature that they're going to have with Orion Swap. They're partnering with them, and they're going to make this Lumia token all one token with that platform. And this is already launching on Binance and Coinbase right off the get-go with this. So you don't have to worry about whether these nodes, the tokens, are going to be on any decent exchanges or not. Like all the other node projects out there, you don't know what exchanges they're going to launch on. This one's already going to be on Coinbase and KuCoin and Binance and those, from what I'm being told, because they're partnering with Orion and they're merging the token with them. So keep that in mind. Make sure you do your own research and due diligence on it. But check that out, guys, if you're interested. But either way, as far as this bull run is concerned, I think we're just getting started. In my personal opinion, I could be wrong, guys, and if I am, I'm sorry. Like I said, I don't have a crystal ball. I can't tell you what's going to happen out there, but I'm betting on that we're just getting started and that we're going to take off into a massive bull run either at the end of this year and into 2025, or we'll start picking up into 2025 and possibly end at the 2025, the end of 2025 with the peak of the bull run like we did last time and the times before that. It's really difficult to say because we had such a strange cycle with making a new all-time high before the halving. So that's the only thing that kind of puts questions in people's mind as to whether we're going to have a bull run, a full bull run or not. I still think we are. I think we just had a small taste of it, and because there's so many other factors, like I've said, out there that haven't hit that. But if you're looking for some great, safe projects to add to your portfolio, my personal opinion is, and this is not financial advice for you guys, Solana and ICP are two fantastic projects. I don't think you're going to go wrong with either one. Now, will we get a further correction in this market before we take off into that big screaming bull run? We sure could, so you got to keep that in mind. If you buy either one of these projects now and then we get a correction on them by 40, 50% for some reason, that is a possibility. I don't know if it's likely, but it is a possibility, so you have to kind of keep that in mind. So if you're missing out right now and you feel like you want to add some of these to your portfolio, in my opinion, the best thing to do is to put, maybe buy half of what you want right now and wait to see if we get a big correction over the next few months. And if we do, you could always add more. If we don't, we don't. And yeah, you could have put it all in at these price levels and maybe they're higher later. But you don't know what the market's going to do. That's the tough thing. So you got to kind of make that call. Do I buy it all now, or do I buy part of it and wait to see if we get a dip and then put more in? That's the decision you have to make. If you can make more funds, if you want to, the other thing you can do is if you buy a big chunk now, leave a little bit for some dry powder, 25% of your stable coins or whatever. And then if we do get that dip, you can put a little bit in and buy some more at lower prices to kind of make up for that. Or if you can, also try to earn some more money between now and later on this year to add more later if we get a dip or on the way up. It all depends on what happens with the market here. But try to look at possible ways to maybe try to get some extra funds to put more money in if that's something you're looking to do. My bags are packed and ready for this bull run. I am still buying the dips. But I've got a good amount in my portfolio and I'm ready to go. And I've just been looking at different projects to hold in my portfolio. Solana pumped by so much from when I was buying it at $14 that I sold my Solana and I bought ICP with it at $4 because ICP didn't pump yet. I bought a bunch of Portal with it in the IDO. And the ICO round with that, I bought a bunch of that when it was under 6 cents. And then I took a bunch of massive profits out on Portal when it launched, at like $2 and something. So I got over 40x on that. So, I try to make decisions based off of what's going on in the market. And I don't necessarily always hold my coins for the entire bull run. It just depends on what happens. And that's worked out really well for me. I'm not the type of person where I'm just going to continually hold my tokens. If they're pumping excessively, I'm going to start selling them and taking profits out, just because you never know what's going to happen and you don't know when we're going to peak out and the bull run ends. So you just got to kind of be careful about that. So kind of keep that in mind, guys. But I really think, my personal opinion, I think ICP is probably going to have the better gains from here. But there's no guarantee of that by any means, guys. So you have to kind of keep that in mind. Make sure that you do your own analysis of what you think they're going to do and go from there and decide on which one you think is better for you and your portfolio, guys. So that's kind of my 2 cents for this. I really appreciate it, guys. Hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. If you're interested in those Lumia nodes, it's still not too late to get into them at the tier 1 price. So check those out, guys. I have quite a few of these, and I think they're going to do really well in this bull run. You can check that project out. I'm very bullish on it as well. And that's pretty much what I got for this video. We'll see you on the next one. Tell me what you want, what you need.